It only seemed a few weeks ago Moneymaker was set to take over the Fortnite Twitch scene.
Let's go! Don't play with me!
The young controller player had quickly risen to the top of the new wave of Fortnite content creating pros, with his satisfying mechanics and an out there personality. However, this would suddenly come to a standstill on the 11th of March, where Moneymaker's Twitch would go silent. And with no proper statements given by Twitch or Moneymaker on the reason for this ban, many were left questioning what had truly happened. That was until just a few days ago, where Moneymaker's Twitch account would surprisingly be unbanned. But what was the actual reason for this ban? And what happened within the 40-day period where Moneymaker's account was suspended? Well, to fully understand this, we have to go back to the very beginning. Moneymaker's first appearance online would be at just 11 years old, where he uploaded his first Fortnite montage in November of 2020. This would then be followed up by his first Twitch stream on the 5th of January 2021. And while it was unknown to Moneymaker at the time, creating this Twitch account would sadly lead to many unforeseen problems in the future. But in the meantime, Moneymaker was busy getting his first earnings in the Chapter 2 Season 6 solo cash cup. He would continue to stream here and there to around 10 to 20 average viewers and finish Chapter 2 with a respectable $825 in earnings, mostly from the odd solo or trio cash cup. Doing this well at 12 years old would see Moneymaker's Twitch get some further traction, and this would only increase in Chapter 3, as Moneymaker would start duoing with pro and content creator Bloomy. This is where we saw the first glimpses of Moneymaker's questionable content side.
He's dead.
Oh, he's so sexy.
Shush.
In the bed, he's a big one. Oh, he's so hot. Like you.
I'm gonna block you in a minute.
And while the two wouldn't perform incredibly, only placing in one duo cash cup, Moneymaker would show his true potential in the solo cash cups, where he would make over $3,000 in the game mode throughout Chapter 3. This would also get him noticed by the org of TT9, who had signed the young pro, meaning at just 13 years old, Moneymaker would have a reliable source of income. While Moneymaker's stream would definitely slow down as the new year of 2023 began, this was very much the opposite for his placements, as he would qualify for his first grand finals in FNCS Major 1, taking home $1,500 in earnings. While Moneymaker was definitely an extremely scary fragger, he had struggled to find an IGL and a permanent duo for most of his career. Fortunately, this would change, as he would meet fellow Swedish pro player Fortnite, and immediately the duo would start dominating, placing top 10 in multiple cash cups and continuing their good consistency, making it to the FNCS Grand Finals for Major 2. However, where Moneymaker really shone was the solo victory cups. Moneymaker was absolutely running through pros, as he was earning in almost every victory cup he played in throughout Chapter 4. Then, after back-to-back double wins in these victory cups, he would be noticed by YouTuber Ken Beans, who commonly makes videos live coaching underrated pros in these victory cups. Continuing the trend, this time with Moneymaker, they would make their first of many videos together in the following cash cup. And with Ken Beans' large YouTube audience, this would be the perfect platform for Moneymaker to show the Fortnite scene his weird and toxic, but also likable personality.
But you didn't tell me to reload. That's all your fault. Press your ass. Bark for me.
I can't.
Bark for
I can't,
me.
bro.
Bark for me.
You're 12.
Now.
I can't bark
14.
for you.
And bark for me now. You're 21 and you're barking for a 14-year-old. This guy's bad. Oh my god.
Oh my god, my ass is clenched.
Your ass is clenched. I can clench it more.
No, you can't.
This, alongside his incredible mechanics, would gain the YouTube video almost 200,000 views and show the Fortnite scene for the first time what the young Swede had to offer. After this video, Moneymaker's average viewers on Twitch would also increase from around 50 to 300 viewers, and as Ken Beans and Moneymaker would continue making content, these numbers would only increase. It wasn't only his Twitch that was seeing massive increases either, as Moneymaker's own YouTube channel was also starting to see success, posting Cash Cup and FNCS highlights. Speaking of FNCS, while Moneymaker and Fortnite had missed out on qualifying to the global LAN in majors 1, 2 and 3, placing 26th in the latter FNCS, the Swedish duo would still have one final chance in the FNCS last chance major. Needing a top 10 in the finals, they would comfortably book their ticket to Copenhagen with a solid 6th place. While they didn't exactly have high expectations coming into the LAN, the duo would still easily make it out of the lower bracket. However, as they came into the finals of the LAN and their shot at the $1 million for first place, Moneymaker and Fortnite would sadly be conned by OCE pros Alex and Worthy, meaning both teams would have a far lower chance to perform well. Despite these circumstances, Moneymaker would still do decently, placing a respectable 35th, taking home $16,000 and again stamping his name on the competitive scene as a young fragger with a lot of potential. However, the heights he saw in the FNCS Globals were nothing compared to what was to come. As Fortnite geared up for the OG season, this saw a huge influx of not only players but viewers as well, and this was definitely the case for Moneymaker's Twitch streams. As he was seeing his most popular month ever, soaring past 1,000 average viewers a stream and even securing a contract, signing to Limit Esports, suddenly disaster would strike. As I had mentioned earlier, Moneymaker created his Twitch account when he was only 12 years old, meaning by Twitch's ruling his account would be terminated. While this was a very frustrating thing to happen, as he would lose all his followers and a lot of the traction he had built up through the entire year, this wouldn't deter Moneymaker from streaming, as he would straight away make a new Twitch account and get back to streaming. And as Chapter 5 began, it didn't take long for Moneymaker to start dominating Twitch scene again, with his extremely chaotic solo Victory Cup streams. Eventually, he would be reached out to by CypherPK, where they would record a video showcasing to over 2 million people a mix of Moneymaker's satisfying mechanics and extremely out there personality. Comments would exactly reflect this, as Moneymaker would be labelled as quote-unquote acoustic and the definition of a Fortnite kid. This would push even more viewers to both Moneymaker's YouTube and Twitch streams, and as FNCS Major 1 started for 2024, Moneymaker was reaching upwards of 10,000 average viewers a stream, and once again alongside Fortnite, they would make it to the upper bracket semi-finals. Needing a top 25 in semi-final 1, they would sadly miss out, placing 40th. However, they would still have another chance in the lower bracket to make it to the grand finals. This time, the Swedish duo would need a top 15. However, things weren't looking good, as they would be conned at their drop spot. Because of this, they would heavily struggle off spawn in the 3 games they had to qualify, and ultimately end up placing 40th, failing to qualify to the grand finals. While this would have demotivated most pros, Moneymaker was still finding huge success on the content side, and would bounce back immediately with his first million view video on YouTube, and then again featuring in a CypherPK video with the upload gaining almost 4 million views this time. It seemed upwards was the trajectory for the young Swede, as he would even post another video, this time 1v1ing Aisha Speed, and this comment would put it perfectly, showing just how far Moneymaker had come. In just the first 2 months after being unbanned on Twitch, Money would get over 300,000 followers, showing incredible growth. However, as Moneymaker was seemingly on top of the Twitch world, suddenly this would all come crashing down. Moneymaker would be banned on Twitch. Again. But unlike the first time he had been banned, this time it was for an unknown reason, meaning he wouldn't be able to just create a new Twitch account as he did the first time. As Moneymaker would desperately try to reach out to the Twitch support team, he would receive no answer. Twitch would refuse to even provide a reason for the ban, so the community started to question what had truly happened to the young streamer. While it was true he had been previously banned just a few months ago for an underage account, Moneymaker had seemingly solved this issue by simply making a new account, which is complying by Twitch's ruling. As the days went on, neither Twitch nor Moneymaker could provide a reason for this ban, and as an unban seemed less and less likely, Moneymaker announced a switch over to live streaming on YouTube. However, as he loaded up his first stream on the platform, Moneymaker would sadly barely scratch the viewers he was getting on Twitch, as much of his community had failed to migrate over to YouTube because of the sudden switch. It seemed that the ban had not only impacted Money's streaming motivation, as he was only streaming tournaments on YouTube, compared to Twitch, where he was streaming every single day. But the ban had also affected Moneymaker's gameplay, as in the first qualifying week of FNCS Major 2, he would not even make it out of round 1. And as it seemed the young Swede was at his lowest point throughout his incredible blow up, all of a sudden Moneymaker would post this tweet. Moneymaker had been unbanned, and in just his first stream back on the platform, Moneymaker and Fortnite would place first in the Fortnite Evaluation Cup, winning back-to-back games and making over $1,000. This would mark the start of an incredible comeback, as in the following FNCS week, the duo would qualify to the 4th round of FNCS, securing their spot in the FNCS lower bracket semifinals. So now Moneymaker has the opportunity to qualify to the grand finals. And as I come to the end of the video, I just want to say if you're still watching, you're clearly enjoying the content, so check a subscription down there, cause less than 1% of you subscribed, so that's it boys, peace.